Okay, it's Saturday night. So this is a semi-successful end to week 5 of market prep before all my full market season starts. So this is the final week. Well, I guess the week I just finished is the last full week that I have of market prep before my first show. And then I have another week starting tomorrow, so Sunday, that will be going through Thursday, and then I'll be packing my car and going to my first show of the season. So let me show you what I made. So this week I actually had a little bit more time to get some things done, but I did primarily extend my focus to keychains because I don't really have a ton of keychains right now, and I needed some new variation for my table. So I've been working on those most of this week. And unfortunately, those do take a little bit more time than they should for the amount of money that I charge for them. However, one of the other things that I noticed that I was like way lower on than I thought was chunky cats. Now, none of these ones are stuffed, but I do have the bodies done. So this is the Loaf Cat. It's loosely based on Annie Carraway Art's Loaf Cat, but eventually after working with them so long, I just kind of freehand them. So some of them are like a row short, some of them are a row long, some of them might be like a couple stitches different, but overall, like more or less the same. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 chunky cats. Now, these I sell for $20 a piece, so this is about $120 worth of inventory in my hands. Next up is a rubber duck. Now, this is just the sleeve of it, so it will be stuffed and it'll have a beak, and it kind of sits just like this. Now, this is actually my pattern that you can find on my Etsy. If you look up Rupert the Rubber Duck, that pattern is mine. Now this guy is just ready to be stuffed and sewn, and I do still have to do the beak, but we're counting him as done. I sell him at $30, and so far I've been pretty successful in selling him at every show I've brought him to. Next up for this week is a new pattern for me. I saw it when I was watching market prep videos from another creator, and I discovered the patterns made by the Crochet Carpenter. So I needed something to replace my old octopuses because honestly, I just thought they look a little too simple. I didn't really like them. And I wanted something that looked a little bit more like my Anchor, the octopus, but like in a smaller form. So this is Rift. So you can see like his little eye with the little balls, the bulbs above his eyes. And then he's got like these really curly legs. I absolutely love this guy, and I'm unsure what I'm going to charge for him. Like, I think I'm going to start at 12, but just because, like, you know, I mean, he's small, but as markets go on, if he starts selling extremely, extremely well at 12, I may go up to 13 or 14 for him, just because, I mean, he does take a decent amount of time. There's a decent amount of yarn involved. But this week I made one, fell in love with it, and I made, I think, 7 more or 6 more. I think I made 6 more because I have a total of 7. So I have this guy in this multicolor blue. I have this guy in multicolor brown. I have this one in misty green. I have one in bright green. I have one in like a multicolor green. I have one in this like multicolor red, which I absolutely love. I don't know that lighting is catching him super well because the lighting down here is super weird. Let's see if we can, there we go, maybe? Yeah, so you can see like he's multicolor, and then I have one more. Nope, 2 more, I lied. I have one done in like bright yellow, and I have one that was done in a Bernat Baby like pink. I did make another one in green, and then I realized when I was counting things up that I don't actually know how to count. so he only has 7 legs and not 8. So he is not being included in inventory for this week because I need to find that color yarn and make him 1 more leg before he gets added. I have 1 chicken body that is being added to my stack of chicken bodies. I have 1 sea turtle, and this one is in like that baby pink again, and then like a yellowy green color. And then I have 2 toads. Now these toads still need like a smile or blush or something on them, I'm not sure yet. And they do need to be closed up, but they are stuffed. So I have a couple of them that are almost ready to go on the table. Now these I sell for $6 a piece. They go in a bin with my mini stingrays and my mini whales, which are also $6 a piece. And it gives people something to rummage through, which I think like really appeals to little kids, that then they can pick anything in there and any of them are $6 a piece and they can find their favorite color. And toads did really well for me last year. I only made like 6 of them, but they sold out like right away and I just didn't get around to making more. So we're gonna try them again this year. And so I have 2 to add. So altogether, I have 7 octopuses, 6 chunky cats, a sea turtle, I have 2 toads, and then I have keychains. Now, I'm not going to show you every keychain because there's only 3 variations in here, but I'll show you what they look like. So this is my new mushroom keychain. These are done in acrylic, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but the bottom of them actually has like this really fun ribbing. Anyway, these take forever to do, so I actually feel like I should be charging more than $8 for them, but I feel like they won't sell for more than that, so we're going with 8. So these are $8. I made 8 of them this week. Next up are sunflower keychains. Now these keychains are like a variation I have for both the keychain as well as flowers that are like on a stick. They're gonna have the same top on them and they are gonna be the same price. So the keychain is $8 and the flowers themselves will also be $8. I made 3 of these this week. And last but not least, let me show you my favorite one. So, the festival that I'm doing next week is the Shepherd Maple Syrup Festival. And I don't really have anything maple themed or syrup themed or pancake themed or anything for the show. So I'm like, all right, I need to make something, and I wanted to make some keychains. So I made some little pancake keychains, and I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see them with like lighting, but I've got this like 2-tone like brown and tan for the pancake itself. You can see it kind of on the back. I have this dark brown syrup that's like spilling off the edges. And then I've got a little yellow in there for the butter too. These are also going for $8 a piece. I have 3 of them done. And then I also have like another 5 that are just the pancake themselves. And I think I might put a pat of butter on them, but no syrup, and see which one goes. It's a 3-day show, so we'll see after day 1. If I need to add syrup to some of them to get them to sell, then I will. But that way there's a little variation for everybody. So that's it for this week as far as what I made. So that is 3 pancake keychains, 3 sunflower keychains, 8 mushroom keychains, and then everything that I mentioned before. I calculated all of this out, and this is a grand total of $396 in total inventory that is being added for this week. So my previous number for inventory is right here. This is the number I'm adding, that $396. And then this is now my total inventory. But wait, there's more. Okay, so other things have happened that are crochet related and market related, but aren't me directly making things. And I wanted to show you those, to show you some of the things that are going to be at my setup for my market next week. So I bought these. These are on Amazon. I will link them down below, but these are French fry containers. They come in like a pack of 100, and that's the smallest pack that they have, which is annoying because I really only wanted like 25 of them. But it was $18.99. And all of these come out and you can fold out the bottom and they make these cute little French fry containers. And I was thinking, I saw this from another crochet creator. I don't remember who it was, so I'm so sorry that I can't give credit here. I would if I could. But they had French fry containers and they had their chicken nuggets and they put their chicken nuggets in the French fry containers. And how cute are those? So anyone who has seen like my previous market setups, you know that my chicken nuggets usually go in like a little fryer basket, and there's 4 of them in the basket. You can buy them individually, or you can buy a set of 4 for a cheaper price that comes with the basket and the paper so that they can be displayed. Last year I sold these for $7 a piece, and then 4 of them plus the basket was $25. This year, because of the cost of these and the fact that this is actually a smaller yarn, and so these are actually much more like many more stitches and more like footage of yarn than what my old ones were, because they discontinued the loops and threads yarn that I was using. These I am going up in price, so they're going to be $8 a piece instead of $7, but they will be coming with their French fry containers if you buy singles, and they will come with their baskets if you buy sets, but I don't think I'll be reducing the price on the sets. They will just be as is, and then you get to choose whether or not you want the French fry containers or the basket. Now, I also had some more things come in the mail today, and for anyone who watched like my Lavender Festival recap from last year, I talked about how it was the first show that I had used stickers as a means of getting people in the door. So I bought all of these like lavender floral themed stickers, all of these like just gorgeous purple stickers. And when someone walked through my booth and they like stopped for a second but maybe didn't come in, I would just kind of like yell out like, hey, do you want a sticker? And people would stop for a second and they'd come and look, and I would just give them a sticker for free. It helped break the ice. It gave them a feeling like they could come in my booth without being expected necessarily to buy something, because they're just coming in for a sticker. And I singularly credit that with getting me at least 10 sales at that show that I would not have gotten because people would have walked right by. So that alone paid for all those stickers, and I still have several left. It was a really great way to like bond with kids. Like they were coming in, they'd get a sticker, and then they were happy. Mom and dad are also happy because maybe they didn't have to buy their kid something because now their kid has something in their hands. Well, so I still have some lavender stickers from last year, which I will use at Lavender Festival. But for the Shepherd Maple Syrup Festival, I decided to get some new stickers for this show. So I got these. These are pancake stickers. Look at it, they're little stacks of pancakes. And I also got a few more. Also, in terms of like bookkeeping and just like the random things that you do for a business, I did get more of these clear merchandise bags. Now these have handles. They have like a little cutout so that you can hold on to them. They're handheld. These are 9" by 12". I got 100 of them. And this is what I put all of my plushies in when people sell, or when people buy them, when I sell them. And that way, as they walk around the market, other people can see what they bought. And I feel like it does gravitate towards like people coming towards my booth because they're looking for that thing that they saw. And so I have chosen to do the clear bags. They really don't cost any more than any other thank you bag. I also usually put a business card in here. My business cards that I just ordered were supposed to be here today, but they will be here probably tomorrow. And they have my plushie care instructions on them, as well as my name and how to get in contact with me. And all of that will go in this bag. But I was running low on the 9 by 12s. I have some of the bigger items, like the bigger bags, but I don't have the small ones as much anymore. I ran out almost completely last year, so I got another pack, and I'm probably gonna buy another couple packs, but we'll wait until after I make some money this market season. Okay, so this is the next roll of stickers that I got. This one came in a roll instead of sheets. But these ones are all like maple leaves. And so I'm just gonna cut these out, and then kids can choose from them. And like they're little, they're small. I think a pack of like 500 stickers cost me maybe $6, so they're like a penny a sticker, maybe a little bit more. So it's totally worth it to me to have them. I also bought another pack of stickers, and the nice thing with these ones is that they will totally go for a lot of my shows instead of just for one show. Because like these pancake stickers make sense at Pancake Fest, but they wouldn't make sense at like the Sunflower Festival necessarily. And I'll keep them around because usually kids don't discriminate. A sticker's a sticker, but these ones I feel like will go super well for any of my fall festivals. So I got these ones. I want to say the pack was called like squirrel themed. But it might have been like mushroom themed or woods themed. I don't remember. But this one has like acorns and oak leaves and all sorts of mushrooms on it. And I'm just like, oh, this is really cute. And then it came with another pack. If I can ever get these packages open, because of course I didn't think to do that before starting the video. How silly of me. Okay, well this one's taking a sticker with it, I guess. This one also has like mushrooms, but this one has squirrels on it and butterflies. And I'm just like, this is so cute. I feel like kids will love this. Young adults will love this. It's just like good all around. And the nice thing with these is that the spacing on the stickers is good enough that I feel like I can actually just cut in between them and they're not going to cause like a huge problem or try and fall off. And honestly, I might just leave them on the roll and do like a dowel full of stickers and just be like, pick a sticker and like hold out a dowel and people can pick what they want. I haven't decided yet, but I've got all those sticker packs and I also got one more sticker pack, but that one is actually for a later show. So I'm not going to show it in this video. But that one is for one of my future festivals. And then I also got someone else's set of butter knives that I did not order. And it's a very nice set of butter knives, but I don't really know what to do. So I guess I'm gonna just hold on to them. Maybe I'll message Amazon support and just say like, hey, I don't know why these were in my package, but I have them. But yeah. So at the end of week 5 of market prep, my total inventory is still not where I would like it to be, but it is getting there. And I feel good about going into my first show of the season right now because I have like all of my staple items done. So like I have enough whales, I have enough stingrays, I have enough toads, I have enough chunky cats, I have enough chickens, and I've got a pretty decent array of like medium to large items. Like I've got my monkey and my donkey that I showed in one of my previous videos. I have a giraffe, I have my big dragon, I have some alligators. And so like I feel like I'm pretty well set for my first show. And then we'll see like what went well, what didn't, and I will just continue prepping for my shows after that, but I feel good. So looking forward, what you're going to be seeing for next week's market prep is not going to be quite as much making, but probably a lot of stuffing. A lot of stuffing, sewing, finishing. That is what needs to be done. I will be making a priority to get ballerinas done because the Brie ballerina mouse from Oak and Marlowe is like the one thing that I don't have enough of. I have some of them that are partially done, but none of them that I can really count towards inventory. So that is my priority for next week. I'm going to be working on those and then also working on stuffing and sewing and putting eyeballs in everything I can possibly think of. So that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Please make sure that you're subscribed and that you thumbs up this video. It helps the algorithm and it helps me. And then you can follow along on this journey as I get ready to wind up my market season. All right, thanks y'all for watching.